You see this problem. Mr. Vijay took a loan of rupees 5 lakh. 5 lakh loan is taken on 1/10/2017 at 10% per annum. Rate of interest is 10% per annum for construction of the house, which was completed on 31st March 2020. 31st March 2020 construction completed. Okay, calculate the interest on loan under section 24. They asked to calculate interest on interest under section 24. That is the deduction under section 24B. Okay, so you have to calculate it. You see the solution. Computation of deduction under section 24B for the assessment year 21-22. This is the table. Particular amount. Interest for previous year. Interest for previous year. 5 lakh is the principal amount. Loan amount is 5 lakh. Previous year is 1 year. On 1 year, you have to calculate 10%. 10% of 5 lakh is 50,000. Okay. Then next, you have to calculate the interest relating to construction period. Construction period interest is called as prior to previous year. Prior to previous year, you take like this. Prior to interest for prior to previous year. 5 lakh is the loan. 5 lakh is the loan into 30/12. 30/12 means 30 months is there. 30 months is the construction period. 30 months is the construction period prior to previous year. Okay, prior to previous year, 30 months are there. If you count that those days, if you want to count those days, you see here. Loan is taken on 1/10. 1/10/2017. 2017. Loan taken date is 1/7/2017. 1/7/17 to 31st March 2021. This is the prior to previous year. Sorry, this is prior to previous year. Wait. 20, not 21. It is 20. 20. This is the prior to previous year. Your previous year is 2020. 21. This is your previous year. So 1/10/2017 is the date of loan. 31st March 2020 is the prior to previous year period. In this period, how many months are there? You have to count. October 2017 to 31st March 2020. Here there are 25, 30 months are there. 18, 19, 2 years. 2 years, 24 months. Thereafter, October, November, December, January, February, March. 6 months. 6 months. You count the period from 1/10/2017 to 31st March 2020. You count the months. Your months is 30 months. 30 divided by 12 into rate of interest is 10/100. Rate of interest is 10/100 into 1/5. 1/5 you have to take. In this way, you calculate the interest prior to previous year. So its answer is 25,000. 25,000 is the interest prior to previous year. So total interest allowable under section 24B is, sorry, it is 75,000. $75,000 is the interest allowable. Okay. The period you calculate prior to previous year. Clear? This is the point you remember regarding the interest on loan. One more problem you see here. This is the L1 problem. In the L1 problem, loan amount is 7 lakh. 7 lakh. Loan taken is on 1/9/2018. Date of loan is 1/9/2018. 9% is the rate per annum for construction of house, which was completed on 1/7/2020. 1/7/2020. Okay, construction completed. Then calculate the interest on loan for the previous year. Calculate interest under section 24B. Here you see the calculation. First, you have to take the interest for previous year. Previous year interest is 7 lakh into 1 year into 9/100. It is 63,000. Previous year interest you give full interest for the previous year. Then for construction period 7 lakh is the loan. Then period is 19 months. How it is 19 months? Period is 19 months is there. 19 divided by 12 means 19 months. 19 months means 1/9/2018. You see the date here. Date of loan taken is 1/9/2018 is the date of loan. Then you have to calculate up to 31st March 2020. This is the prior to previous year period. 1/9/2018 to 31st March 2020 is the prior to previous year. For this period, you have to calculate interest. Okay, you have to calculate interest. So this from 1/9/2018 to 31st March 2020, I think it is 19 months. 19 months. You check it. 19 months. Okay, 19 months divided by 12 into rate. Rate is 9/100. And then you take 1/5. 1/5 is applicable for prior to previous year. You apply this equation, your answer is 19,950. 19,950. If you add these two, total deduction is 82,950. In this way, you calculate interest on loan. This is the way of calculating interest on loan for deduction purpose. These two examples are based on calculation of interest on loan. Okay. How to calculate interest on loan? You see this problem, calculation of gross annual value. Calculation of gross annual value. They ask to calculate gross annual value of 3 property. Property 1, property 2, property 3. There are 3 properties. So out of these 3 properties, they ask to calculate the gross annual value. You write gross annual value, not the income from house property. Okay, gross annual value. So you take one particular column and 3 amounts column. One column for first house, second column for second house, third column for third house. Okay, no inner column, no inner column. If the houses are more than 1, you take 1 column for 1 house. First, you take the municipal value. Municipal value of the first house is 43,000. Second house is 21,000. Third house is 25,000. Municipal value. Next, you take the fair rental value. Fair rental value first 43,500. Second 25,000. Third 35,000. Out of these two values, whichever is more you take. Whichever is more you take. 43,500, 25,000, 35,000. Whichever is more. Clear. Thereafter, you take the standard rent. Standard rent for the first is 42,000, second 32,000. In the third column, there is no standard rent. No standard rent means standard rent is not applicable. Standard rent is not applicable. So you write NA, not applicable. NA means not applicable. Then you underline this. You take whichever is less. Whichever is less, you have to take. Out of these two, less amount is 42,000. Second, 25,000. Third, you don't compare and take the less amount because the rent is not applicable. Again, you take 35,000 here. 35,000 is not taken. Any is not applicable. Otherwise, you take here 35,000. Remember this. Okay, I'll change it. Just a minute. Instead of taking not applicable, whichever is less is not applicable is not applicable here. You take the above amount at this stage. Don't compare here. 35,000 and not applicable are not compared. The above amount is taken for your calculation. 35,000 you have to take. Don't write here 0. Then you take the actual rental value. Actual rental value of the first house is 41,000. Second is 46,000. Third is 39,000. Then compare these two, whichever is more. Whichever is more. First column 41,200, second column 46,000, third column 39,000, 39,500. This value is called as, whichever more value is called as gross annual value. Gross annual value. In this way you have to calculate. Otherwise you don't write anything. If standard rent is not there, you don't write anything and compare the amounts as per you given instruction. This is the way of calculating gross annual value if there are more than one houses. If there are more than one houses, you calculate the gross annual value in this way. Okay. Then you see this problem. In this problem, Mr. Raj owns a flat, is assessed the local authority with the annual value of which 1,80,000. Local authority means municipal authority. Municipal value is 1,80,000. The property was let out for 15,000 per month. 15,000 per month is the rent. 15,000 per month is the rent. However, the tenant vacated the house on 30th/9/2020. 30th/9/2020 he vacated, and from October to January the house is vacant. From January to October to January, house is vacant. No proper tenant could be identified. Then from February, a new tenant occupied, rent is 20,000 per month. Okay. Starting rent per month is 15,000 and February, March rent is 20,000. Okay. So in a year, there are 12 months. Out of 12 months, last 2 months rent is 20,000, 20,000, 20,000, 40,000. Okay. And before that, 15,000 is the rent. On the basis of that, you have to calculate gross annual value. You have to calculate gross annual value. So first you take municipal value. Municipal value is Computation of gross annual value of house property. First, you take the municipal rental value. Municipal rental value is 1,80,000. That is local authority value. Okay. Second, you have to take rental value. First 10-month rent is 15,000. It may be vacant. You consider that rent. Starting rent is 15,000. And last 2-month rent, February, March, 20,000. February, March, 20,000. So 20,000 into 2, 40,000. And 15,000 into 10, 1,50,000. 1,50,000 plus 40,000. 1,50,000 first period. Second period, 20,000 into 40,000. So total rental value is 1,90,000. Okay. Out of these two, whichever is more, you have to take. Whichever is more, you have to take. So 1,90,000 is more. You take that value. After taking this value, less vacancy allowance. Vacancy allowance. Vacant. How many months the house is vacant? The house is vacant for October, November, December, January. 4 months the house is vacant. For more 4 months, 15,000 is the rent. 15,000 per month. 15,000 into 4. 15,000 into 4, rent is 60,000. Otherwise, you calculate in the particular column. Okay. So 15,000 is the rent into 4. 15,000 into 4. $15,000 into 4, you take, that is 60,000. So you deduct 60,000 amount. 60,000 is the vacancy period rent. You deduct whatever balance comes, 1,30,000. 1,30,000 is called as gross annual value. This is gross annual value. In this case, you compare this 1,30,000. Here 10 is more. This is 1,30,000. Okay. $1,30,000 is the gross annual value. This is less. If this 1,30,000 is more than 1,80,000, remember this point. If 1,30,000 is greater than the first value, then the first value is called as gross annual value. This is the point you remember. Here 1,30,000 is less. Therefore, itself is called as gross annual value because vacancy period rent is deducted. Okay. These are the some examples I solved for you people, and you solve all the 5 marks questions. And in the evening, I upload some other problems, some another 2-3 problems I upload in the YouTube from the 5 marks question, and you go through those questions, and I will not go for 5 marks questions tomorrow onwards. Tomorrow onwards, I will solve 15 marks questions in the offline class. Okay, thank you.